Hello fam from Budapest in Hungary.
I'm Ashley, this is Josh, welcome to our channel.
We sold everything that we had to travel the world and now we want to share with you the way away.
So be sure to subscribe down below, give us a like, and hit that bell so you can follow more of our adventures.
Let's go. As I mentioned, we are in Budapest and today we are showing the alternative side of Budapest. It's an alternative Budapest city tour.
Yeah, normally when we come to cities we like to do city tours just to get the lay of the land, but today we decided to do something a little different. On Airbnb there are these experiences that they offer and we have decided here in Budapest to try some of those out because we've never done it before. So we're gonna do that.
We've begun our tour in the old Jewish quarter of Budapest. Now it's known as the party area. There's lots of bars, cafes here. We were just in a little handicraft shop that only works with local Hungarian artists. The area is quite cool. In fact, just behind me was an old synagogue, again Jewish quarter, and it used to be like an art gallery and kind of like a hangout area. They're renovating it now and turning it back into a real synagogue. But the tour started off great. I'm loving the area so far.
What's that? Rubik's Cube, do you know what's that? This toy? Yeah, exactly. It was invented by Hungarian people called Ernő Rubik. Rubik, it's family name, that's called Rubik's Cube. And he did this in the 70s, like 40 years ago. And this Rubik's Cube was sold worldwide 350 million pieces. So you can imagine this guy became very rich and very famous. And he's still a really cool guy. He's over 80s.
Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah, and he lives in Budapest. And now he's not doing with this Rubik's Cube, of course, factory, but I mean, he's dealing now with different startups. So still a really cool guy. Something really interesting, and you can see this courtyard. 20 years and also pictures, you can see it was totally empty, totally abandoned, nothing.
We're coming through a section now which has a bunch of bars and cafes in it. It's very cool looking. He showed us a photograph that only 20 years ago this place was essentially empty, completely empty. But because of something that we'll see later, this place has just boomed now.
This area is well known for all of the restaurants and bars, but on the weekends it is packed. There are less seats in this whole area than there are people, which is just mind-blowing. Right now it's 5 p.m. on a Thursday, so it's the best time for us to just walk around and get a seat immediately. But if you come on a weekend, you better believe you're gonna be waiting for your drink.
So guys, if you check those ones and the pavement, this is not street art in that sense, it's more like a political activity. And I don't know if you have a similar like this in your country. We call them fake party, pirate party, joke party. Do you have something like this? So they are like political parties who are making jokes in a sarcastic way, how the political they're doing their bullshit. And the name of the Hungarian, we like to say joke party, is a dog who has two tails. A dog with two tails. And when they started, they had a campaign and they said, if you vote us and if you go to the government, we'll give you two things. One, free beer and eternal life, so you can live forever. That was their promises. Free beer and forever, you can live forever. And also this was done by this dog with two tails party. And the thing is, this pavement has been reconstructed in the last couple of years, but you can see the quality of the reconstruction. It's already broken up. So that's why they tagged with different colors to pay attention of the public decision makers. What did you do with your money? Why did you do this bad job?
loving about this area is that there are so many murals. As we walk down the street, we see them, and they're not small murals. Like I was thinking street art, small little things, but these are giant murals that the government commissioned to get done by artists. And the best thing is that you're on a tour, right? So the tour guide is telling you the background, the meaning, which is something you wouldn't know by just walking the streets. In the Jewish Quarter, if you're walking around and you get really hungry for a snack, they have an awesome food court where they have little trucks that sell lots of yummy foods.
History of the building and its whole ring bars are really interesting. So imagine this building was built 100 years ago, and first it was a factory. They produced different chairs, furniture and so on. It was residential, so imagine people used to live at this house where we are just going out and party. But after Second World War, it was pretty much abandoned for decades. So this was also part of the Jewish ghetto. But for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 decades, it's totally empty, abandoned, nothing was here. And 16 years ago, 3 young guys had this idea, okay, why not rent this place, making something different. And also these 3 young guys, they were not involved in the nightlife, they were young intellectuals, so they didn't have enough money to make a proper decoration, and of course they didn't want to eat. So what could they do? They went to the flea market, they bought this furniture, this garbage for nothing, and they made this.
Like Josh was saying before, this area was empty not too long ago, but something that revived it was something called ruin bars. I didn't know anything about these ruin bars until I started watching videos about Budapest. These ruin bars are made from old buildings. This specific building was made 100 years ago, right? And then for a long period of time, it was empty. And then some locals decided to make it into a bar. So what they did was take this building, make it into a bar, but they didn't have a lot of money for decorations, so they went to flea markets and bought a bunch of stuff and created what is now the first, the grandfather of all ruin bars. It's called Simplum Cart, which he was saying simple, like they're keeping it simple, but also cart is like a garden. That's why there's so many beautiful plants here.
Already going. Just can hold it.
So,
all right, the tour has come to a close. We've come to Anchor.
Ankert. It's a strange language, I know.
It's a ruin bar. Our guide Atilla has been amazing. We've had a wonderful time. So thanks to him and cheers. I wish you could drive.
Egészségedre.
Egészségedre. That's how you say cheers in Hungarian.
You would learn this for sure.
If you guys are interested in the tour we just went on, the link will be down below for you. You can
Budapest Flow.
Yeah, you can go to his website and check it out. But we had an amazing time. We hope we encouraged you to get out and travel today. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
How do you say goodbye?
See ya.
See ya.
Like see you. See
Okay.
ya. See you. Bye
See
bye.
ya.
See you. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very nice.